everybody, it's Stasha Erickson. I hope you're all doing well. It is the 29th of November of 2016, and you're getting a little lo-fi video from me today. No makeup and just out of bed, but everybody had mentioned they missed seeing my face, so I'm still here. I just, over the years that I've done YouTube videos, the more I show my face, I tend to see that the message gets a little lost, and I start getting comments about looking like Angelina Jolie and Courtney Cox, which is kind of funny. But the Mandela Effect videos I all did with my face, and then the trolls got crazy, so I just kind of had to back off a little bit and do as many audio messages as possible so that you guys could focus on the message and not on me. But I just wanted to say hello, show my face. It's been a little while. And this video today is going to be a little bit exciting. Over the past few days on Facebook, I have been doing a giveaway for two of my books. I have two books out right now. One is called Animal Communication, and it kind of teaches you basically how to communicate with animals telepathically, and how the animal kingdom and the human kingdom really aren't that different from one another. One of the things I do as a healer is try to bridge the gap between any type of divides that we have, whether it be animal, human, or Democrat, Republican, or gay versus straight, or black versus white. I'm this mediator, this middleman, if you will, and I'm just trying to bring everybody to balance. So I did this giveaway. One was for Animal Communication book. I had 567 people submit their entries to try to win. I ended up giving away 2 copies on Amazon Kindle, and I ended up giving up another 2 copies away on PDF. And then I did 2 giveaways for my first novel, which is Diary of an Asset, and I had something like 2,000 people submit to win the book, and I ended up giving away a total of 10 copies on my book between PDF, Kindle, and ebook on Amazon. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who was interested. One of the reasons I've been talking a lot about my book in relation to the Mandela Effect is because this book has a lot to do with it. I just wrote the book before I knew what the Mandela Effect was. So those of you who haven't seen or heard of it, this is my book, Diary of an Asset, Memoirs of a Psychic Spy, and this is actually volume 1 because there is a lot more to the story. Now, one of the giveaways that I did, I actually asked people to pick a number between 1 and 216, because that's how many pages are in the book. So I chose the winners based on the page numbers that they chose. And one of the exciting things I decided to do was that for whoever won and whatever page numbers they chose, I would read some random pages out of the book. Now, one more thing before I start to read this. If you're not connected with me on Facebook, I do have a Facebook group called Diary of an Asset. Please add the Facebook group, and you can also add me on Facebook directly. My name is Stasha Lillian Erickson, middle name Lillian. I only have a slot for like 50 more people because when everybody deleted me over the elections, they all re-added me in the last couple of weeks and apologized and said sorry for being cruel and deleting me because I voted for Donald Trump. So my friends are back, so I have like 4,950 some friends, so I don't have a lot of slot for my personal page. But if you want to stay in touch with giveaways and stuff like that, I do a lot more things on Facebook than I ever do on YouTube because it's quicker and I have more people on there. My YouTube channel, for some reason, just has about 2,000 subscribers, and I don't know how the numbers add up because I have like sometimes hundreds of comments just on one video. So I know for a fact I've been filtered and edited out ever since I made the video about YouTube heroes. So thanks, YouTube heroes, for blocking all my videos. But I have a really great, small, close-knit community of about 2,000 of you that I hear from all the time and that give me good feedback. So just check and make sure you're still subscribed to me. A lot of people tell me they're getting unsubscribed to me all the time. They're not getting my video updates. So please just make sure that I'm still subscribed to you. I'm really just trying to get messages out to as many people as I possibly can. Okay, now I have all the random numbers and all the random page numbers, and I've bookmarked them here. These were the final numbers that were chosen. They were number 1, number 33, number 42, number 72, number 144, number 113, number 133, number 13, number 33, number 129, and number 200. There's a lot of esoteric numbers in these choices, but it was all chosen by different random people. And so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to read all of these pages today because there's a lot of them. But I'm going to go ahead and read the first few, and when I feel that this video has gotten long enough, I will stop and I will continue reading more tomorrow. Now, I will continue to be doing Amazon giveaways for both Animal Communication and Diary of an Asset throughout the next few weeks, all the way up to Christmas. I like to give my books away as Christmas presents. So please add the Diary of an Asset group or add me on Facebook. Please subscribe to the channel, and you can be entered to win. It's really been like I think 2 out of every 2,000 people that enter win. And I can make the odds a little bit better for you guys too. I basically pay for the giveaways, I pay for the books, I set the whole thing up. It's kind of my little gift to all of you. And if you do win one of these books, or if you have read one of my books already, if you could please go to Amazon and leave a review, that would be amazing. I had a couple of critics jump on my page and start leaving some really negative comments on my book, and I know that these are either critics or trolls for my YouTube channel. My book is so cheap that kind of anybody could buy it and just use the review section to attack me. So again, I'm not fishing for reviews here, but if you have read it, I've gotten a lot of private messages from you guys telling me how much the book helped you. If you could just put that out on Amazon too, it really helps get the story out there. I didn't write this book to make money. I wrote this book to help and educate others, and you'll understand that the more you read it. But for me, this is about getting the awareness of these programs like MKUltra mind control and government experiments out to the world, because this is a true story that I'm about to read to you guys. It's not fake. In fact, I've been really guided to take it out of science fiction and put it into real-life memoirs on Amazon, because it really is a true story. And I got attacked a lot because people thought, if this is a science fiction story, you should have been more creative. Well, it's not. It's a true story based on one of my clients, and that's why I feel like it's a lot more important. So the first page that was chosen was page number 1. And this is from my friend Scott. And Scott, I sent you your book today, so hopefully you got it. And page 1 happens to be the introduction of the book. So here we go. My name is Sophia Snow. I am the end result of a clandestine government experiment that began during the Cold War and continues on today. My role in this project falls under several titles: Asset, Psychic Spy, Remote Viewer, and Sleeper Agent. There are countless others like myself who have been through this program. Some are still living, while others have simply disappeared. I believe that we outnumber them, and that there are enough of us now to make a difference if we all stand together in alliance. This may not make sense to you right now. You will first need to read my story, do your own research, and then draw your own conclusion about what you believe. I believe that we are stronger than them upon activation of our divine purpose, the moment our missions begin. The time has come for us to discuss the missions the government wanted us to forget, the experiments they have conducted through our genetics and DNA, and the truth about how long this has been going on. I cannot speak for the other assets at this time, but I will begin with my personal story. So I can't read page 2. There's a lot more. I'll just show you. It ends with XO Sophia Snow. I gotta go by the page number. So again, this will be a little mysterious, you guys, because they're going to be out of order. So that's the introduction. That was written by Sophia, and she's telling you what this is all about. There's a lot more to the story. So now we got skipped ahead. The next number that was chosen was number 13. Okay, let's see here. I have a love-hate relationship with the number 13. Okay, so page 13 is May 4th, 2011. And this is when all this stuff went down. This happened in 2011. It says, Dear Diary, last night I had a horrible time falling to sleep. My mind simply would not shut off. Looping thoughts are occupying my mind at all times. I kept replaying the day that I had healed the woman in the local shop, over and over and over again in my mind. What exactly did I do to heal her? And why was I suddenly able to sense everyone's emotions and feelings? Essentially, Sophia, up until this point, just so you have an idea of what's going on, she's figured out she's some kind of an experiment. She's walking down the street, and she can literally start like reading people's minds. She can tell if there's something medically wrong with them. It goes on and on. So I just want to kind of explain what she's talking about. Okay, so she's trying to figure out, why am I suddenly able to sense everyone's emotions and feelings? I went online to see if anyone else had posted information where they had experienced similar symptoms. I found a copious amount of information about a subject that I had never heard of before. I later found out that what I was experiencing was the effects of what many people refer to as being an empath. At this juncture, I need to explain what an empath is exactly. Broadly, an empath is someone who is affected by other people's energies. Many empathic people also have a unique ability to intuitively sense others' emotions, intentions, and even read their thoughts. Some empaths have the capacity to perceive physical ailments, such as disease and bodily injuries. So there you go. That's page 13. So first she's saying, hey guys, I'm an experiment. Second, she's walking down the street and she's able to read everybody's thoughts and heal people from afar. Okay, I'll read one more. The next entry was page number 33, and then I will wrap this up. And there are many more to come. And please get involved. Please add my Diary of an Asset Facebook page. Please add me on Facebook. And stay tuned, because these giveaways I do, they end within like 24 hours on Amazon, because it's up to the public on Amazon as well. So I really want everybody to get a chance to read this book. Okay, so page 33 is kind of a half page, so I'm just going to read page 32 through 33 so it makes a little more sense. Okay. So she's talking about underground worlds here, subterranean worlds, aka a world that is beneath the surface of Earth. There are versions of hell such as the Greek underworld, the Nordic Svartalheimer, the Christian hell, and the Jewish Sheol, with details describing inner Earth in Kabbalistic literature such as the Zohar and Hesed LaAvraham. The idea of a subterranean realm is mentioned in Tibetan Buddhism belief. According to one story, there is an ancient city called Shambhala, also located inside the earth. It is clear that something is going on inside of this planet. I have always said that there is an element of truth to every fable. These religions and religious beliefs have further solidified my theories. I am becoming beyond convinced that I am part of this government experiment. I feel as though I have seen the interiors of these bases. Prior to this page, she was talking about underground subterranean military bases that are heavily documented to be all over America. Small fragments of dreams are now popping back into my fragmented mind. Sometimes I wish I would just hit a dead end on my internet searches. But alas, I have landed on far too many clues at this point. The main thing that disturbs me about the article that Val Valerian wrote was his mention of the alien races, of these alien beings. If these alien beings are commonly just crawling around everywhere, could this mean that they can easily just slip back down underneath the surface of our world and harass us from below? I believe this is now a possibility. But how could we ever prove something like this? No wonder so many people have been labeled crazy over the years. This is insanity. What is going on here? My fears are beginning to get the best of me today, diary. I think what is best for me to do is simply turn off all of my electronic devices for the day and grab my Holy Bible. I have never wanted to curl up with the comfort of Jesus Christ more in my life. Perhaps the Savior we all know and love can grant my release from these fears. As a matter of fact, I haven't picked up this book in years. Perhaps there are deeper answers in the Bible than I had initially thought. I'll get back to you after some much needed time with God. Thank you for listening to my mad ramblings today. It's been a roller coaster of an afternoon. XO Sophia. So that was page 33. And there's many, many more pages in this book. There's so many more adventures to go on. Really, I just kind of chose the first, like, real I think those first few pages are all just in chapter 1. So everything you've read so far is either chapter 1 or the beginning of chapter 2. So there's a lot of connections in this book. It's everything from, you know, the underground worlds, the genetic experiments, these underground bases, being an empath, where one day you're just a normal human being and the next day you can read people's thoughts, you can tell if they have medical problems, and you can heal them with your mind. Again, these are all things that are heavily documented scientifically. They don't have answers for them, but there's many studies out there. Just look into scientific studies about empaths and stuff like that. So that's just a few little bits and pieces of the story so far. And also the people who had chose those page numbers. First was Scott. Page 13 was chosen by Michelle. And page 33 was chosen by Celine. And you guys all won books today, so I hope you really enjoyed them. Please share this video with your friends if you feel that somebody you know might be affected by the same things that Sophia has been affected by. And again, if you even want to buy the book, it's just $2.99 on Kindle and $12.99 on paperback. And the only reason I honestly I was going to make it like $10, but the reason I had to make it $12.99 is because throughout the book, I have photos that I printed from all the research that Sophia found. Like, these were the old first Illuminati texts. And then I have, like, the Last Supper, and there's a reason for the Last Supper. But anyway, every chapter has a full color page, it's black and white, but it has a full photo page, and that actually costs more money for printing. So I think what I make on this book is only like $3. So it's really, again, not about the money, it's about educating all of you. But if you feel like this book strikes a chord with you, or you know somebody who might have been going through something like this, please share it, because there are so many of us out there that have been affected by things that we cannot explain nor understand. So the more that we share our stories and come together and compare notes, then we will get to the bottom of these things, and it will bring us answers. I'm the queen of wanting answers and getting to the bottom of things. So I love you guys ever so much. Hope you're doing well. I'll be back with some Mandela Effect videos soon, I swear. I have done 5 news broadcasts. I was planning to only do 1 a week. Please go back and check the 5 news broadcasts that I've done over the past few weeks. They are in a folder on my YouTube channel called The News You Need. They all kind of go in order, and they're all very connected. The main one I noticed that hardly anybody saw was one called Robots Are Taking Over. And that's all about the self-autonomous driving car revolution that's happening within the next 5 years. If you don't know that within the next 5 years, you will basically be forced to drive an automatic car, watch my video. Okay, guys, I love you ever so much. Thank you to everybody who was included in the giveaways. I promise I will do more this week. Thank you to everybody who's shown an interest in my YouTube channel. For those of you who would like to support this work that I'm doing, please do me a small favor and go to my website, StashaErickson.com. There is a donate button at the bottom of every single page. And if you donate, not only does it help me keep doing this work, but it also allows me to stay in Norway a little bit longer and not have to keep traveling all the time. The main reason my immigration struggles have been so tough, just to be totally honest with you guys, is because if I don't make enough money on paper, they won't allow me to stay in one place. So the more money that I make, it's not really about that it goes in my pocket, but it pleases the government. So the more you guys support me with this work, you know, Norwegian government, Irish government, they consider me a journalist and an author, and that I can be self-sponsored to live away from home. So I never really ask people to send donations. I never ask people to support my work, but I do all of this for free. I give books away, you know, all the time for free. I'm really just here to try to educate people. And if any of you are in a position that you can help me and you've really been moved by my videos, even if you guys just donated $1 a video, it would really, really help me not only to keep continuing to do this work, but, you know, to stay put and to be with my family. And I know I'll get there someday, but it doesn't hurt to ask for help sometimes. So that's the one thing God asked me to do today, was just ask for a little help sometimes. Okay, guys, I love you ever so much, and I hope you're well. And please go out and check out Diary of an Asset. You can check links on my website too. There's a books tab that has a lot of information about the books, the different versions you can buy. And I really hope that this was a little bit educational for you guys today. And I'll be back with the other page numbers sometime throughout the week. Sending love from Norway. Ha det bra, which means goodbye.